Hi, hope you guys are doing well. Welcome to another video of my channel where you can expect to learn something new about the field of finance with every video that I post. Today's topic is going to be about ChatGPT. Now, what is ChatGPT? Why is there so much buzz about this? And more importantly, we are going to discuss what are its implications and how we can use it in the field of equity research. So stick around till the end. And if you're new to this channel, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Okay, so let's first start with what exactly is ChatGPT. ChatGPT is a very interactive chat box. Like you interact with any other person, you can interact with this artificial intelligence bot that they have created, which has a certain database also. So in a way, you will feel that you are interacting with Google. That is why if you ask him something, if you ask ChatGPT something specific, it is going to give you a very specific answer, unlike Google, which just opens the various web pages from where you can find the answer. Here it is going to be very specific about its answer based on the knowledge database that it has. So all you have to do is go to openai.com. This organization has created ChatGPT. It's a open source AI based chat box. So this is how the interface looks like. So on the left side, you can see new chat, clear conversation, dark mode, light mode, updates. Or all you have to do is log in from your Google account. Logging in is very easy, more like Facebook or Instagram. You can log in from your Google account, or you can create a separate account for that. I have already logged into the account. So all you have to do is type in the conversation, whatever you want to have a conversation about, whichever topic, into this dialog box over here. For example, I'm typing a random thing. What is 2 plus 2? This is a very basic thing, so it is going to tell you that 2 plus 2 is equal to 4. Okay, now if I ask him something more meaningful, how to treat, let's say, dry cough. Okay, this anything that you can ask. So it is going to tell you very specific answer, unlike Google, which opens various pages. So it is going to tell you drink plenty of fluids, use humidifier, avoid irritants, use over the counter medicine, and finally it is going to tell you that you need to consult your healthcare professional if the problem persists. So it is going to give you various options, what could be the possible remedy for this. Now, just like interacting with any other human being, if I tell him, for example, that you elaborate point two, that is use humidifier. Okay, so let's see if it interacts with us. And the important thing is that your conversation with him is more like a human language, not any coding, or no coding skill is required to interact with the artificial intelligence for you. So it identifies your way of interacting with him. So if I tell him, could you elaborate more about point number 2? So let's see whether he, okay, so it is telling us a humidifier is a device that releases moisture into the air, and etc. It is going to continuously tell us what it actually means when he is explaining point 2 in a more detailed way. So hope you guys understood how powerful this is. It is like more or less like interacting with another human being who has all the knowledge in the world. Now the only problem with it is that its knowledge base is limited to 2021, year end 2021. It doesn't have a knowledge base beyond that, and it becomes very problematic when this happens. For example, if I ask him, it is not directly connected to the real time internet. If I ask him, what is the share price of Tata Steel? So it is going to tell you an error occurred because it doesn't have the knowledge. Okay. Okay. So if any kind of error happens, all you have to do is just refresh this page. Okay. And obviously if I ask him why is the rupee down currently, see, it is going to tell you that I am not able to access the current information for Indian rupee, but it identified what we are talking about. My training data only goes up to 2021, and I am not able to browse the internet or access any other source of information. So hope you guys understand that the knowledge base is limited till 2021, and maybe going ahead, they are going to update this with Microsoft having more interest in utilizing Chat GPT as a direct as a building as to build a direct competitor to Google, because as you can see, this is a very more intuitive way to interact with a knowledge base or an artificial intelligence. To give you more perspective about this, how the interface is designed, I'm going to type another thing over here. Tell me, I'm going to type a very specific thing. Story about two kings who kill each other, having more moral that you should not be greedy. So this is a very vague kind of question or request that I am going to ask him. So let's see if it is able to generate this. Okay, so it is going to write a story about two kings uh, who kill each other, and the moral of the story is going to be that you should not be greedy. So this is how powerful Chat GPT is versus the current search engines that we have. So it is basically building an entire story right now. I can Let's see if we can interact further. I'm not going to read the entire story now. Let it write the entire story. Okay, so you can also tell him that rephrase the story in okay, summarize the above story. Let's see if it is able to summarize it. So now it is going to give the entire story that it has written into a short format. So you can use this to create a content. Okay, it is continuously writing it. See, it has now shortened this entire story. That it has given a brief paraphrase or the summary of the story that it has written based on our request. Now I can, let's see if we can do something different. Write a script about a YouTube video on um, financial modeling. Let's see if it is able to write a script on what I can present on a YouTube video. See, it is now writing an entire script. The title could be financial modeling, a beginner's guide. It is writing an entire intro, what you have to say at the start of the video, and it is going to keep on writing it. If I tell him to elaborate on certain point, it is going to elaborate it. Now it is going on writing what you can talk about in the video. So this is a very powerful tool, obviously, and hope you guys understood why there is so much buzz about Chat GPT and how it could potentially capture the market share of Google as a search engine. Now, and it is a free to use software, free to use website. Microsoft is also trying to get their hands on it to build a competitive uh, feature as, to introduce it as a feature for their Microsoft Edge browser, so that they can directly compete with Google. So it is going on writing. You can copy this and you can create your own YouTube video, but I don't recommend directly copying this. and using it as a means to directly create a video on based on whatever he's saying, unless you agree with everything. Now let us try to understand whether we can use this chat gpt's powerful AI tool in the field of equity research one by one. Firstly, we'll talk about report writing and doing your research work. Now, can you use it in your research work? For example, let us consider a case where you know nothing about China's three red line policy that caused liquidity crisis in the real estate market in China in 2021 and 2022. Now, can ChatGPT tell us exactly what the three red line policy were? Let's try to understand. All you have to do is clear this history, start with a new chat over here, and ask him, ask it, uh, what is China's three red line policy? So it is going to tell you what China's three red line policy is. It is a set of rules intended to protect country's sovereign security and territory. China will not lease. Okay, so see, if you give it garbage in, then it is going to give you garbage out. So this is exactly not what we want. So what we'll do is we'll modify uh, and have a new chat. Okay, what is China's three red line policy in the real estate sector? Now it is going to give you a better answer because you are specifying the question more importantly. So it is giving you what exactly the three red lines were. Home prices cannot be increased, whatever. I'm not going to vouch for this. For example, um, now if we continue the conversation, how did it affect the real estate sector in China? See, some experts believe that policy has had a stabilizing effect on the market, prevent housing prices from rising too quickly, reducing the risk of housing bubble. If I ask him, could you write an uh, write 300 words on the above topic? Let's see. Now it is writing a 300 word essay or whatever research thing that you want to publish, that you can literally copy and paste. Now the what is the real issue behind this, I'm going to tell you. It looks very easy on the eyes that you have got all the content. Now what you have to do, just copy and paste this, because this is not a school project work that you are just going to copy and paste. Now it is going to give me 300 words either way about China's three red line policy, which affected the real estate sector and caused a liquidity crisis. Now the main problem with ChatGPT is you never know what the source of what it is writing. So in research work, equity research work, the biggest issue is you have to back whatever you are writing in your research report. If somebody asks you a question, from where did you take this, you cannot just write chat gpt, because you don't know the source from where chat gpt is taking this entire content. It could also be that it could give you some wrong data, and you would not be able to know. So what I would recommend is, because it is an although it is an artificial intelligence good website, but the garbage in garbage out concept always applies to automated things. If somebody had fed a wrong data or a wrong text while the database was being created, by whatever mean, by automation or anything, then that thing is only going to come out as an output for the query that I have raised now. So you cannot directly use this to just create your research work, because you cannot authenticate the data or the source, nor can you rely on this. Uh, what happens is, if I just copy and paste this, and even if I use it for my blogging purpose, that it is very easy to create a blog, a research blog, or anything. Google is so smart enough that it is going to identify whether this was created using artificial intelligence or not. And all the SEOs that you are expecting to get because you have written a blog on China's three red line policy, you are not going to get anything, because Google will identify that it has been written by a bot. Whichever way, if you want to rephrase it or anything, you might have to rephrase the entire thing. Although there is artificial intelligence software to rephrase the entire thing, so that it looks more humanly than being generated by the automated bot. But I would not recommend using any of this into your research work, which you are publishing. The most best thing that you can do is read everything, and if you find something interesting enough, then do your research work on it rather than just copying from this, because the data is cannot be relied on. Okay, so this is all about the research aspect or writing aspect. Now we are going to discuss about the Excel, how you can use ChatGPT in Excel, because more your financial models in equity research are built in Excel. Now I will try to show you how you can use ChatGPT in Excel, because in Excel we use all the formulas and the macros to build an entire financial model to automate things and use various complicated Excel formulas. So a very basic thing that we can type in ChatGPT over here is, we'll start with a new conversation again over here. For example, you don't know any function specifically, um, how to use H lookup function in Excel. So it is going to tell you entire thing about H lookup and how you can use it. Hopefully, allows you to search various for a value in the top row of the table and return the value from a specific column in the same row. Here's how you use it. It is going to tell you the detailed steps about how you can use it. So everything that you need to know about HLOOKUP and how you can use it, it is going to tell you what you have to write into HLOOKUP, whether you want to specify which column, how to select a range. So it is going to tell you the entire. Here is an example of HLOOKUP function searching for value of Apple in the top row of the table and returns the value from the second column in the same row, because it is going to tell you what the formula is. So HLOOKUP look up for the value of Apple in the specified range of A1 to cell C3 in the second column, and the last specification is false, that it has to be true. So because I know how to use HLOOKUP, so it is very easy. Let's see if we can use it. Could you generate? Obviously, it is not going to generate an Excel file. Um, and HLOOKUP array. Could you generate a random HLOOKUP array and show me how this works? I don't think it is going to be able to do it. Okay, here is the random HLOOKUP array that I've created. A1 Apple. Obviously, it is not going to give you an Excel file. So it is telling you that in A1 you write apple, in B1 you can write banana, C1 cherry, A2 is 20, B2 is 30. So this you have to write in the Excel, and it is going to give you a formula to pick up value of banana from range A1 to C3 from the second column. Okay, so hope this is clear how you can use this in Excel. Now let's get to a more complicated thing, which most of us are, although we are doing equity research work, but most of us are not well versed with VBA and macro thing. I'm also one of them. But just for example purpose, let's open this Excel file. Okay, now here employee ID I have written, employee name we have written. Okay, so let's say in column 1 2 3 4 we have, in column C, in column D, A B C D E F. Now we know nothing about macro. For those who know nothing about macro, with the help of macro you can automate various tedious tasks that you don't need to do manually anymore. So in this Excel file, we will try to tell ChatGPT to create a macro for us where it will highlight the numbers in yellow color and text in green color. Let's try. Build a macro for me that will highlight uh, text in green and numbers in yellow. Let's see if it is able to do it. Okay, so it is creating a macro for me. I know absolutely nothing about macro or VBA anything. Um, Specify the macro that I need to copy. So it is now telling me you need to copy paste it in Visual Basic Editor in Excel. Here is how you have to do it. It is going to tell you the steps also. So Alt F1 you have to press, insert module, and then you have to just, in the code window on the right hand side of the screen, paste the following macro. So let's see if we are able to do it. Okay. So first step is press Alt F1, then in the Project Explorer, double click on the name of your workbook and insert module. Okay, let's see. Alt F11, VB editor, this workbook, insert module, right? Okay, over here. So I'm going to copy this because it tells us to copy this. So we are going to copy this. Till here we have to copy. I'm going to copy this and save this into an Excel macro enabled workbook. Okay, so hopefully this is going to be saved. Now we have saved this. I know how to run the macro, at least that I know. I think it's somewhere in developer tab on macros. If you don't know, then you can just search for macro. So you have this macro now. Let's see if I tell this to run the macro. I think we need to select this and go to macro and see, as easy as this. So in the selected range, it is going to highlight the text in green and numbers in yellow. So hope this is clear, how you can create a macro without knowing anything about coding or VBA or anything. So this is how powerfully you can use the ChatGPT function into your macros or understanding any formula. And obviously many people are going to find new ways to use it, But this is clear that ChatGPT is here to stay, and OpenAI things are going to be the future, and that we have to inculcate in our habits. And hopefully, this is going to simplify our work and not just replace us totally, because that is not possible. Somebody else is creating that AI. Research thing needs to be, you cannot rely on automation for research work. For Excel macros, that is fine, but how do you structure your financial model? That is totally up to you, because it is not going to. Maybe people will come out with an AI that will just automatically build a financial model, but that is something that you can do yourself as well. So there's not a big thing into that. Uh, but this is a very powerful tool that you need to be aware of. For example, if I just change this to A, okay, and this to 2, okay, and again if I try to run the macro, this A should turn into green. Developer macro, and let's say run. See, this is how easily you can select the entire financial model, and you can specify that formula should be highlighted green, text should be highlighted yellow, whichever way you want color formatting. Or you can use the macros to do complex calculations for you, generate PDF for you, write emails for you. If you are doing a newsletter, what you can do is you can specify that generate this Word file into a PDF, attach it to a specific client's name, and write this text, whichever is redundant. So you can do all the quality work, and all the redundant work can be done by the use of macro that you can build in ChatGPT. So hopefully you understood how you can use ChatGPT into equity research work, financial modeling, research reports, and everything else. Before we get to the end of this video, let me just tell you that it's not just VBA or macro or Excel or Word or email attachments, doing your research for your any project. That is not the to the extent. It is not limited to that extent only. You can do coding as well using ChatGPT. It has full knowledge about how to use Python. Just like I have shown you, demonstrated you how you can write a macro to segregate text and numbers and give a different color to each in an Excel. You can use it to write codes as well. So if you have basic understanding of Python, this tool is going to be very helpful for you guys, or it could going ahead replace you. Number of people doing this job or required to do a specific job, it is going to get reduced. That is the harsh reality of it. Same thing could happen going ahead into field of equity research and financial modeling, but having core knowledge always helps, and you have to adapt to whatever technology comes ahead. Hopefully, you found this video helpful for you to understand how you can use ChatGPT into financial modeling, Excel writing, doing your research work. Although it is still at a nascent stage, but you can understand how powerful this tool is, and why there is so much buzz about ChatGPT, and how it could potentially going ahead replace Google through its AI-based techniques. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel.